If you could teach guys like one thing or two things about women, what would it be? What would you tell them?
Don't chase. Don't chase. My strategy in college would be every time I would see a hot girl, I'd just go up and talk to her. I didn't care if it was a grocery store, if it was in a library. Like if I saw a girl that I found attractive, I would just go talk to her. And I wouldn't go up and say, oh, I think you're beautiful and all that cheesy bullshit. I would just go talk to her about whatever. Like, didn't matter. Just have a conversation with her. See where it went, you know? Sometimes it didn't go anywhere. Sometimes they wouldn't want to give you the time of day. Sometimes you'd have a casual conversation, lead nowhere. But at the end of the day, because I did that, it would just make me more comfortable talking to girls. And it was just kind of a numbers game. My one buddy who was like real conservative, who would only talk to a girl that he knew like really liked him. And, you know, so maybe he would like talk to 2 girls and he would sleep with both of those girls. And I would talk to 100 girls and maybe I'd sleep with 4 of them. Put in the time and I would just interact with tons of girls. And now I realize that a better strategy, if you can do it, a lot of guys don't really have their life set up to do it, is set up your life to where the girls have to come to you, and so you don't have to pursue them. And when you don't have to pursue them, like I said earlier, you know, just the dynamic is different when they're chasing you as opposed to you chasing them. Even with girls, I mean, every time you interact with a girl, you learn something, you figure out more psychology, you understand why they do, because like it makes sense, like girls just want to do what they're not supposed to do. Like I feel like they kind of like get off on that. So if you understand that premise and then like the whole competitive piece of it, like the stuff they do, it makes sense if you like understand all that stuff. But
how do you keep them all happy? Like, you must have certain...
That's hard actually. That is actually probably like the most difficult piece of this. You can't spend too much time with a girl because then that will accelerate that situation. Then she'll get to the point where, you know, she's just too invested and she can't deal with the other girls. So you have to spend like a somewhat limited amount of time with them, but enough time that they're like happy, right? And then you have to keep the rotation so that if, you know, some of them leave, it doesn't matter. And because you're okay with letting them leave and they can date other guys and they can do whatever they want.
Are there rules?
The rule is honesty. That's my one rule. It's like, you have to be honest with me and I'll be honest with you. You can lie to your boyfriend, you can lie to whoever you want, your friends, I don't care. But you have to be honest with me and I'll be honest with you. That's pretty much my one rule. I never really have like any bad breakups or any like, you know, negative fallouts with girls. Like, yeah, sometimes like they'll implode and they'll get upset, but like I never lied to them and they never like got swindled or like sold a bill of goods. So there's never usually like any animosity at all. So, and I think that's kind of a cool thing.